Yeah. So I did forget one thing. Just want to discuss to you um, what I think happening. It grows some pinheads already. Well, probably because of this. You see that? See that? There's actually quite thick mycelium on those parts. This is actually like stretched plastic on the fruiting bag because it's packed with substrate, and it stretches the plastic, and it actually creates some small air pockets on this side, I think. And when it's colonizing, usually it's just gonna be a thin layer of mycelium because it's really packed with substrate. But on this case, since it does have air pockets, once it's colonized by mycelium, it actually, what you call this, feel that there are oxygen touching them. So I think that's one of the reason they're making thick mycelium, because they're getting ready to fruit. And I don't know if you do observe, but as the fruiting bag goes on to fruiting, moisture actually depletes, then it creates some air pockets on the bag, and you do see mycelium really getting thick and thicker. So, because that's how they are. So, on this kind of bags, I think that the air packets on the sides actually helps them think that it's ready to fruit. Well, that's what I think, because we do know that oxygen is one of the factors for our bags to fruit. So as you can see here as well, see that? I don't think that's contamination. It's just a dark spot in air pocket. And as you can see, parts wherein there are some stretched plastics and some possible small holes for oxygen, they tend to have a thick mycelium, and that actually might trigger the pinnings of the bags. And well, it's better than having those holes create some contamination. And yes, I just want to point that the one bag that was contaminated does have a hole or slit near the spawns, near the spawns that I've put, which is actually on the top. So that part got contaminated. So I don't know. I don't know if what I'm telling makes sense. But for me, that's how I see and how I understand it, based on how they actually react to what I'm seeing. Well, if you do have any other ideas about what's happening on this kind of issues, but I do know I did tell before in my previous videos that one of the factors is you have given it the growing condition, which is they did sense some oxygen, high oxygen level. And one thing is they're saying that because of the mature spawns, but I would say based on my experience, it doesn't actually affect that much, because you do know that I inoculate some of the bags with 2-month-old spawns, and I don't think that these are the spawns that I use. These are the bags that I use, the 2-month-old spawns. Does that make sense? I mean, if that's really one of the big factor affecting the bags pinning during incubation, probably if that's an 80% success rate, I would have at least 10 bags with the same variety fruiting now. Well, Yeah, there are many things that I don't know, but kindly share to me those ideas that you have, and see you next episode, guys. This is a true bye bye and bye bye.